wearing white, looking all pure, not wanting to see no evil nor hear no evil, I still have to sit in the confessions booth and listen to this woman's confession. My lady, you're welcome to Confessions on TV3.
Thank you, Miss Nancy.
I'm ready for your confession, your story.
Okay, so Miss Nancy, I have a problem and I really want to tell you about it. Maybe you could help me, or even your audience or something.
Right.
So I have a husband who is a pastor.
Okay.
And he's a pastor for one of the biggest Pentecostal churches.
Okay.
We dated for 2 years. We never had sex before marriage.
Praise God. Very godly folk.
He told me that we need to preserve our body for the Lord. So after marriage, we can enjoy ourselves without any guilt.
Yeah.
And in my head, I felt like maybe he wasn't manly enough. That is why he said that
Oh,
to
you
me.
were not a virgin.
I mean, I wasn't a virgin though.
Okay, okay.
But I felt like he wasn't manly enough. So upon one of his visits to my place, I romanced him to see if he was manly.
Okay.
And Miss Nancy, trust me, what I saw,
Hey.
I really liked what I saw. And I mean, if it was you...
You actually saw?
Yeah. If it was you, you would have loved it.
I would have loved what you saw.
Right. Every woman would have loved it.
Well, I am actually a demisexual. For me, I love the person, and so whatever the person brings to me is satisfying. So I don't know about that. The sewing was quite soaring, huh?
It was very huge and long.
Huge.
Yeah.
And long.
Yeah. So I said to myself, this man is for me. I was so proud of him, because if you could be this huge and still have self-control up until now,
that's beautiful.
then I'm going to be the lady who enjoys everything.
Of course.
I'm going to be that luckiest lady.
Of course.
You get it. So 3rd year into our dating, we got married. And during our wedding nights, we didn't do anything because we were so tired. The next day, we promised ourselves that something will happen, you know. Yeah. So after Thanksgiving service, we got back to our hotel, and I quickly wanted to take a shower, come back, because I was so sweaty from the dance and all that. He told me not to take my bath because he likes it dirty. And in my head, I'm like, how?
Osofo likes it dirty.
Right.
Okay.
I'm like, how can you like it dirty? Because I'm sweaty.
Yeah.
After the back and forth, I agreed. I gave it in, and he did what he had to do. Miss Nancy, trust me, ever since then, I haven't been happy in my marriage.
Why?
Because would you believe me if I tell you I haven't shaved since we got married?
Hey.
Yeah. He tells me every day not to shave before he goes to work. And I mean, if he wants to have sex with me, he tells me that day not to take my bath. So if it's today, meaning I'm not going to take my bath the whole day.
No, literally, Osofo likes it dirty.
Right. And it has been frustrating. I don't know if this is normal, because I've been treating a lot of yeast infections.
Oh, no.
And he doesn't even care.
Oh.
If I have yeast infection or not. He will lick it clean before he penetrates.
Okay. Dearly beloved, this is the Easter season, and a season Jesus gave his life to us, and we're supposed to forgive. But to love a man unto my own mental health detriment, unto my own insecurity, a woman. This bush would be a bush that can do dreadlocks, my sister.
Of course, and because of how bushy it is, it gets painful at times. Whenever he wants to do what he wants to do.
This is beyond me. I wasn't expecting this. I mean, I wasn't expecting this, but let's get into the studio and have this conversation. And someone could also on for the demo. Hey, Osofo, open bonde. Luckily for us, it's Easter, and the confession is not a sad one. Nobody is certain here. Just a woman who is uncomfortable in her marriage. And I'm sure that it is something, but nothing major. We would be able to help her. Wouldn't we be able to help her? You heard a confession. Who has something to say?
Miss Nancy, good Evening.
Good evening, my dear.
You're looking so gorgeous. So it's a contribution, actually.
Okay.
The story is quite interesting, but we listen, we don't judge. For all you could know, this could be the man's fetish. He enjoys whatever he's doing over there. But as a health practitioner, I won't encourage that. I mean, personal hygiene is something that we all should prioritize. Yes, because prioritizing personal hygiene, I mean, good personal hygiene, like showering or bathing before having sex, I mean, shaving, wearing of good clothes, cutting your nails, they are very good. And also, practicing safe sex could help mitigate the risk of being infected with infections, like certain STIs, yeast, UTIs, and all those things. So I'll encourage the man that if he needs to see a counselor or a psychologist or something to help him from whatsoever that he's doing, he should better do so, because this is not encouraging. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Nancy, for
You
this
are
opportunity.
welcome.
Let me say, you are looking like a kiss.
Thank you. Like a kiss.
Yeah.
No, that's my first one. My dear, please go on.
So I want to draw attention to the fact that good health is not optional; it's a necessity.
Yeah.
And sex is also supposed to be consensual. So if it's consensual, I mean there should be a mutual understanding between both of them. So the lady in question has to be on her grounds. She shouldn't be enslaved by the idea of marriage and sex. She should know what she wants at what time and be able to communicate it transparently.
All right, that was a good one. Let's appreciate the gentleman. On to you, my dear.
Miss Nancy, happy Easter. I believe this confession will give a concrete reason for some people to have sex before marriage. Because this is actually disgusting. Before you get into this, you have to know all, and this is one of the man's weaknesses that she couldn't identify before she engaged herself into.
So for you, if she had been intimate with the man earlier,
Yes,
this would have been noticed and she would have made a better choice,
Yes, and
or an informed choice.
Absolutely. And Miss Nancy, this is one of the crucial things that we have to look up to before this commitment.
Right. Thank you. Now, somebody would also talk about adaptability. You are not a tree. You are a human being. You should be able to change. You should be able to unlearn, relearn. So at what point does come in? That because you always want to take your bath before having sex, your partner wants the sex before the bathing, and you are unable to adapt. I think that I need to ask the right people these questions, and that is why at this point I want to call in our dear Offer Ebusia Penny, Counselor Kweku Edumata. People, show up a love, show up a love. Hey. That is it. That is it. Offer, thank you. Let me receive it.
You are, my
Oh, this is beautiful, isn't it?
dear. And one guy said you look kiss.
I look like a kisser.
And I'm going to do a research on that.
Thank you
Lovely.
very much, Opa.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
this is beautiful. Right by me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right here.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
And yes, last March, ending of March was my birthday, and I'm still being loved right here on the show.
Class.
Thank you. And with Offer to help us tonight is a medical doctor from the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, that is RAGE, and he is Prince Eklu. Ladies and gentlemen, his first time on Confessions, a very fine doctor. Please celebrate him. Have you seen, sir? Wonderful. I mean, when you have a handsome doctor, every now and then, even when you are not sick, just pay him a courtesy visit at the hospital, because he's an eye candy. He is a sight for sore eyes. Am I making you blush purple?
Yes.
That was the intent. Let's celebrate the doctor again.
Yeah.
He's not just a handsome man, he's a man with plenty of knowledge, and that is why he's on the show tonight. Offer.
Yes, Mama.
The man says that he prefers bonding. Bottom line, he doesn't need his woman not to smell nor taste like anything. He prefers her to taste like something, whether salty, whether not so pleasant. He just wants to smell something when he goes into her palace. And the woman says, I was groomed to take my bath twice a day. I was groomed to make sure that my palace is neat and clean whenever the king visits. Offer adaptability.
Yes.
Should this be a problem?
It shouldn't be. But we need to understand some few things here. My greetings to all viewers. Ms. Nancy, we've been told that marriage is a mystery.
Yes.
And nobody knows what you marry till you are in.
Yeah.
Let's get this right. Sanka yenyi na enim de warrior enka wana beko obi enko yenim nti na yesi yepese yekomu ne yekokusua ne munti ana yeko warrior. So don't sit back and say, oh, this is what I knew and when I get in I'll get it. No. To the lady, this was not seen. To the man, that is him. And so if the lady really want to appreciate the man as to what you have married, ask. Bema, adana bi de minim say mema nyina ya no mo ya mo pepe ho na neat. Na de won kwa de open kuha. Open bebre sa. Kan mu na ope. Tell me. Because I want to, as it were, be common with you. That is marriage. And yes, the act itself was sex. But yeah, before we get there is what we need to be looking at. And so, do what I call seek into the deep understanding of the man. Miss Nancy, there is no one who will pursue.
Offer is normal. Oh, yeah, bema. Only mema nanti anu edu offer.
And you normal, but I don't know pe. Ye nim di ode koyo. And ye nim di okohu. And ye nim di wetiemu. Everybody does something for a reason, for a purpose. So we need to find out the purpose. But na yebia we a bema gentleman. How you kusunape? How born ape? What are you talking about?
I mean, some people prefer the bush. Doctor is a young man. Doc, on this show, you come in as a young man, a healthy man, and also as a medical doctor. And so whichever I throw at you, please be ready. The bush and the no bush. For a man, a healthy young man, what's your opinion on it?
Miss Nancy, good evening to all viewers and happy Easter. Miss Nancy, in my opinion, as a medic, it's always good to be hygienic.
Indeed.
It's always good to keep that place clean.
In your opinion, as a medic, keeping the place clean and hygienic means what? Practicality. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So it means that you always have to, one, shave, and then
shave where?
The pubic hair.
All of it?
No, you have to keep some.
Okay.
Not using razor to clear everything.
Okay.
But you always have to try and shave down at least so that the place is clean.
Okay.
Because when it's bushy, it will trap heat, sweat, dirt.
Heat, sweat, and dirt.
Yes.
When it's too bushy.
Yes.
So it's important for the hair to be on.
Yes.
You don't need to clear everything off, especially for women.
Yes, please.
We don't need to clear everything off.
Yes, please.
We need to have some hair there, but it has to be trimmed.
Yes, please.
Okay. Go on. And then the process of keeping it clean, sir.
Okay. So it means that you have to bath. For in this particular case, the man wants it when it is
Quote
sweaty.
and unquote unclean.
Unclean, yes. But it is best to take your bath using unscented soaps.
Yes.
And then just normal water.
Yes.
You don't have to use any chemical to clean the place.
Where the hearings you know.
Yes, please.
The hearings you know. No chemicals.
Yes,
The hearing there is you know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is what doctor is saying. So all the things you're finding out there on social media, we're selling you this to make it smell like what? A woman's palace is supposed to smell like a woman's palace.
Go for it.
It's not supposed to smell like roses.
Go.
It's not supposed to smell like chocolate or strawberry or whatever. A woman's palace is supposed to smell like a woman's palace. Now the here is you know.
I love that.
Now let's talk about this gentleman.
Yes.
What could have informed his choice of, I want it not so clean, come back from the market, come back from the gym, come back from church, work after 8 hours, I still want to taste it before you enter the bathroom? Could his first sexual experience have an effect on what he prefers to call wonderful sex? Offer to you.
Miss Nancy, before I go into details as to what you just asked, Obi free baby neighbor. The environment you are coming from can mold you, can shape you, makes you who you are.
Right.
For all you know, that was what he has actually been born into.
Yeah.
His
first experience
was
with somebody who probably was not too clean,
Fantastic.
who had a scent, and he was actually in love.
Fantastic.
And he enjoyed the sex.
Fantastic. That is why you can't change me. So in marriage, you don't go force yourself as to what I feel good in it. You adapt to me. If you can adjust, you can adapt to me. I'm sorry. Where are we heading towards? So the environment could become a precipitate. And then you look at the experiences. At the end now, these are the things. The experience he goes through, he has actually bought into it. Then we come to exposure.
And he's a man of God.
Maybe exposure. So a person will know who say, make crime the night time as me domadia. For all you know, that is a picture.
It's a fetish then.
Well, we'll come to that aspect. Because are we a man of God, now we will be a shower. And so the exposure could also be there. Uncle Fossey, yeah, I see a fine. Or coffee, no, ready, is there. So these 3 E's could actually inform the being of the man. But again, who are you? You are a man of God. I didn't know what you
Is cleanliness next to godliness in the Bible?
Yes.
And this guy has not read
I
it.
know
Also for our Bible, must say cleanliness is next to godliness.
So if there is no disorder in the man, in his belief, it's not like occult sort of thing. It's not demonic sort of thing. I'm sorry.
Of is bringing occultism and demonism here.
Yes.
Whilst we are only talking about bondage.
No, say you see, there's always something you do, the irrational aspect. I call it the disorders.
Yeah.
Anything that is not order.
Doc, do you consider this as an abnormal human behavior?
Yes, I do.
It is.
It's abnormal.
Yes, sir.
So we would consider that there is something a little not right with this man.
Yes.
How about you considering his very first sexual experience and how important that first experience informs your sexual life going through? Can we talk about that, sir?
So I agree with Offa by saying that his first sexual experience will actually inform him about how he goes about it. Mind you, we also build behaviors.
Yeah.
When we start doing something, by the time we realize it has become something you do every day, something you are used to. So the exposures he had before possibly informed him that this is how I like it. This is what is good for me.
Or probably he got the impression that this is how it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Can you imagine that his first sexual experience is teaching him that a woman's palace is supposed to have a certain scent, which is not so clean, which is not so fresh, and he's bought into it. Yeah. What are some of the things that we hear, we experience, and we adapt, and we think that this is how the world is? So you're not speaking, are you a Christian?
Yes, please.
You're not speaking as a Christian, not basing on the Bible. As a man, shouldn't you have enough experiences before you get married so that you know that, hey,
okay, so it is not a one-fits-all answer. Some would say that, okay, I don't want to engage in a lot.
Yeah.
Some will also want that I want to explore before marriage.
Yeah.
Some will also want to keep themselves for the Lord before marriage. Then again, the issue is that we all internalize information differently.
Okay.
You realize that we get exposed to the same information, but the way we interpret it and then use it is different.
It's different.
So when you read online, when you speak to people, the information you receive and how you understand it is what will make you who you are.
Yes.
So that is why you realize that people behave differently. We are all unique in.
So this is actually an abnormality.
Yes.
It's not right for him to think that if it did smell, if he had other options, he probably wouldn't have gotten used to something that smells bad.
Yes.
This woman that gave this man this experience, why anybody pow? All right, people, this is Confessions on TV3. I am Miss Nancy. Confessions is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, I will be right back. Don't go away. You are welcome back with me tonight on Confessions. Is our very dear Ofe Dumata and Doctor for the first time, Prince Eklu, right? Good. We're having the conversation about the woman that says that her husband prefers, in fact, her pastor husband prefers that she doesn't take a bath. She'll be very dirty, stinking, sweaty before they have sex. And we are on about this conversation, how we got a man that only wants bonde. And then Dr. Andofa is here to help us with the conversation. Whilst you're on it, Doc, let's talk about hygiene. You know, with us, the women, we want to shave. Sometimes your partner may insist that I want it clean, like a crowd for fraud. Wax everything off, shave everything off. Is it healthy for us to do that?
It is not healthy particularly to do that.
Okay.
It is best to shave and leave some.
Okay.
Then again, you realize that the whole area from down your pubic region,
yeah,
the area covered at the top is called mons pubis. You realize that as you grow from puberty, you develop hair around
that area.
Extends for the women, extends all the way the lips to the perineum. That is the space between your inner region and then the vagina.
Yes.
You see, there will be hair all around that side.
Yes.
It is best to always shave the perineal region all up to the lips. Usually the bigger lip is what has the hair on it.
Yes.
So it is best to clean all of that, not wax everything off, because with time, if you wax them off, you can develop ingrown hairs, bumps, and all of that. Okay. So it is best to clean, shave
that part and leave the upper part.
Yes, please.
So the upper part, I can leave some V or some line, or I can design it. It does not matter.
Yes, please.
My dear sister watching Confessions tonight, know what to do with thine hair. Make it look good. And that is what we're talking about here, guys. Over to you. You had a question or contribution?
Yes, please, Miss Nancy. First of all, thank you so much for the opportunity. I feel like, first of all, the pastor was supposed to go for a fresh fish instead, because I don't know how on earth you would want it dirty like that, because first of all, even imagine, I mean, having sex under the shower itself, the kind of experience it gives you and the kind of, I mean, feelings you get, I mean, when you do that and when you are clean. Yeah. So doing that, going to work, preaching, after with all the sweat and having, oh God, like, I'm trying to imagine how
the sweat and all other body fluids.
And the licking part is what I don't get it. Yes.
He likes to
lick it before. I mean, he doesn't. And before penetrating, and I feel like this has something to do with the way Wafa said, some spiritualities aspect of that. I don't know, but
sometimes people's pleasures are beyond our imagination, and we want to blame spirituality for it, but it could just be his sexual fantasy.
Yes, Miss Nancy, it's actually about a disorder. And yes, son, the tear, and yes, son, you know, and yes, son, what's here, no, it's there. Just like Dog was saying. I was saying, we wakakra. Young say you cry, but you wakakra.
Yeah.
And then it has its own purpose.
Yeah.
In Unicra, I'm told, say, it saves in terms of death.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
one of the things I noticed is that when there is a little bit of hair, you have not so dry palace. But when you wax everything off, the palace becomes so dry and sometimes it becomes very uncomfortable. Ladies, I hope that you had that information. Whatever you want to do with it is up to you. Happy Easter, happy Easter.
And the men.
And for the men as well, you know, we're always minding women's, our health, our cleanliness. Meanwhile, some of the gentlemen, they want you to take everything from the steak to the balls to everything inside of your mouth. Yet when you lift the balls, the scent, the stickiness that comes out of the place is unimaginable. Doctor, please speak to the men. I offer advise your brothers.
Yeah.
Come on, na over Canada, babe.
And a bema said you undi unya bema. Undi huni. You don't look upright. You don't look a man I can look up to. I'm sorry, you've lost it as a man. Enti chiho, yiho, mahonye hom, mahonye fe,
yiho, ne mahonye hom,
yiho, ne honye hom. Adai. Unkwa ne boba. And na make us say nye bibi na wo ye de anje ade dia. It's okay. But so what the ye bibi dia then onim bi oyo. The mind is not there.
And for the guys, Doc, are you aware that there is what we call all over body spray?
Yes.
That all over body spray, you can put it on every part of your skin. So guys, sometimes would you just lift the balls and put some all over body spray so that it's not healthy.
Oh,
it's allowed.
Yes.
So you have one.
Yes.
All over body spray.
But Miss Nancy, I just want to say
yes, Doc.
Sure.
You realize that when you keep the hair there, it traps dirt.
Yes.
If you pay particular attention, you realize that the hair doesn't look black again. That's right. It looks thick. Either brownish, whitish, it's trapping a lot of dirt. So it is very important to always trim
it.
Yes.
Thank you. If you want to be the beard gang, not under there, be beard gang here, but under there, you have to keep it clean. My lady, the only lady on the set tonight. Wonderful.
Yes.
Pretty woman, it's good to have you.
Thank you, Miss Nancy.
Imagine your husband saying that, don't bathe. Would it be a problem for you?
Very
How?
big
Are you
problem.
the one eating it? He's the one eating it, and he's saying that, wet a janine nyinya kra, medi.
Miss Nancy, imagine a lady going a day without bathing.
Yeah.
How you feel? The scent that even comes from there. To talk of not bathing for 2 days
8 hours
or
being
yes,
out there.
and then going for sex. Oh, please. I would advise the lady to run. She should run for her
Is
life.
this a reason for you to break a marriage? That your husband would just not take it when it's clean? He prefers it. Is there a basis? Is it a basis for this marriage to come to an end? Offer, you're
There
here.
is.
This is not a basis. And you're waiting at the bejam. Why are you doing this? To the best of my knowledge, you got to come clean, but you are not like that. Is there any reason?
Okay, so for you,
yes.
it's not enough for the marriage
No.
to come to an
You
end.
can't call this one as the basis of a divorce. No.
That is great, but what
No.
can we do to help?
Yeah. What we can do to help is, first of all, the lady should take her time and inquire, delve into the mind of the man. Why you prefer this and not the other? I've got two schools of thought. One says when you go clean is good. One says, but tell me so that I can be part of you. Because I feel I need to go clean. But you also feel you need to go raw, dirty. We can't meet that. We are opposite. But let's see how we can meet ourselves together. That is communicating. We get to jaw and understand each so that we can enjoy. And sex is not the penetration. You were talking about even smell.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
Cuddling.
When I get closer to you and I feel the smell on you, it attracts me, turns me on. Now, Sabi, a whole bone. I don't know what
You said you like it.
now, a whole year my own pet. So what is it? Tell me. So that if there's a problem, we will solve it. This is what we call it marriage.
That's a good one. Doc, as a man also on this show, do you think that it's enough if this woman says that if I don't take a bath, I'm not going to have sex with you, do you think she's being mean to her husband? Can she take that stance? That if you want it smelly, I do not prefer to serve myself smelly to you. So I will take a bath before I serve myself to you. And so you would either take it or leave it. Is that a good place for a woman to be?
It is not a good place.
Okay.
Yes. Reason being that, like Ofa rightly said, you realize that these two people are taking two entrenched positions.
Yes.
Two different positions on this. And then you know that marriage is not about taking the entrenched position in matters. You always have to discuss with the other person that, okay, how do we do this so that it can serve the two of us well? Mm-hmm. So you have to discuss. You have to have a conversation about it. Deep conversation and understand. Okay, today I'll bath. Maybe tomorrow I will not. Then we are getting closer.
So we have a compromise somewhere.
Yes,
everybody gets what they really want in this case.
Yes.
So we would have the clean days and the not so clean days.
And then
That's
gradually
brilliant.
you realize that if you bring him on the other side and he sees the bright lights, who knows, maybe he will change.
That's a good one. Whilst we're on this topic, I want to ask Ofa.
Yes, ma'am.
Having sex during menstruation, sometimes some men even prefer to lick their women during the flow of the bath. What do you think of that? As a husband and wife.
As a husband
and wife.
Yeah.
Is it a disorder to have sex
it is
during
a
menses?
total disorder.
How?
Hear me.
Me too.
At the stage of your life as a woman,
Yes.
some ill comes out of you. It's a waste. What it means is that there's something that is gone dead in you and it's coming out. But in that act, now so koya, I'm told anything of a blood has a very significant connotation to your life. Because when
So shouldn't it create better bonding?
No,
because
no,
this is my blood.
That one is not fresh, more or less a fresh blood, but it's a decayed one.
Not necessarily.
No, I'm
Doc,
just
do you agree with Ofa that having sex during menses is terrible and that is decayed blood? Because we have been given off the blood and the blood can be very red depending on your state of health.
So let me try and explain, make it simple for us to understand.
Okay.
So the idea of menses is that when God made it that every month the woman will prepare anticipating to get pregnant.
Okay.
So now you have to prepare, like you are or expecting a visitor.
A visitor.
The visitor doesn't come, you get disappointed, and then you unpack. That is all it is about.
Oh.
Excellent.
So really, it's not anything decayed.
No. So the thing is that when it is the womb is being prepared,
yes,
there's a lot of blood that is sent there. That's right.
Okay.
A lot of blood vessels that are formed to make the place nutritious for the egg.
To receive the visitor.
Yes. So, well, at the end, I'm disappointed. I just get angry, and then everything
comes out.
Then, when that happens, that serves anywhere you have blood that is flowing, can serve as a nutrient for growth of infection.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So wherever there is blood, and then germs find it, they are happy. It's food.
Okay. So when there is blood and there is no germs, you are safe.
Yes.
So as a husband and wife, every now and then you can try, and it's not like it's unhealthy.
Then again.
Be honest.
Then again.
Medically.
Then again, the vagina is an ecosystem on its own.
That's right.
Yes.
Contains a lot of germs. They are there to do their work.
Yeah. Healthy germs, you mean?
Yes. There to do their work.
Yeah.
You don't need anything to help them to do their work.
Okay.
Just to keep the place good for whoever will use it.
Yeah.
However, when the blood will have to flow through it. In whatever way, it's going to carry some along. Mm-hmm. So when you want to go down on that, you are exposing yourself to a lot of infections.
So tasting it may not necessarily be healthy,
Yeah.
but entering could be safe a little.
Tasting it could be dangerous too.
Tasting it is dangerous. But I
entering
mean,
even that, is also dangerous. Reason being that when you are doing it, and let's assume the place is not conducive, there's not enough lubrication and all of that, you can have micro tears, which you will not see with your eye. But
usually during the month of flow, there is a lot of lubrication because the flow itself is lubricating. Hey, this is just so you understand the issues of life and that which happens in the bedroom. On Confessions, we talk about real issues because there are marital couples out there that are struggling with, I'm in the mood and my woman is in her red. And the woman probably wouldn't do it because she thinks it's a taboo, an abomination, or probably unhealthy. But if she's informed with all of these conversations, she knows whether I want to do it or I don't. That's what makes it great.
Quick one.
Yes, Ofa.
When would you describe yourself you are not clean? When? In your lifespan. When would you say, I am not clean?
Well, I mean, the expression has always been used for at that time of the month.
Fantastic.
From the Bible.
Good.
And unclean.
Good.
But traditionally, yenka so ba buninsa, yesu buninsa, yenka so ba hu yefia.
So you are not clean per se. So spiritually, what am I trying to look for? I am contaminating my spiritual act with something that is not ordained to God.
Even if it's your husband.
Yeah, of course,
and your wife.
Eti, let me honor you, let me respect you, let me groom you well to accept what is real spiritual for us. Say, unim say in the sex act, as doctor was saying, who boss to be buttons. Your bumpire in the act, bumpire that as I enter, let your spirit be in me. It works. I remember my first boy, Kediga. I did that to the mother.
When you were doing it, you were praying.
Me bumpire. Your bumpire. Your bumpire. And see, when the boy was in the belly, let this boy become a great. So I named the boy Kentinka. To date, he's called Kentinka. And one bumpire,
for you watching Confessions tonight, this is great information for you. But the marital bed is sacred unto you, the two of you.
That's right.
Whatever you do that you are both comfortable and happy with, that keeps you home with peace, love, and harmony, go on to it. This is Confessions on TV3. We'll be right back. This is Confessions on TV3. We're bringing this conversation to a close, and we want to wrap up with suggestions from you. But you, watching us, I know that you have a confession, you have a story that you need to get off your chest, you need to share, so that we make it into a conversation like this. See the number scrolling? That is where you have to send it. Or find me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, DM me your confession, your story with your contact. We'll reach out to you, get the details of it, and see how we can make the conversation out of the stories and your everyday life experiences. Here, we want your lives to be rich, and we want you to learn from other people's lives as well. Thank you for sending in your confessions and your stories. Right, back to you, gentlemen.
Yes, Miss Nancy. I was looking at you. See, you being a pastor, you are a leader.
Okay.
You lead people. You teach them something. No, you don't just teach them about things in the Bible, but the social life and the things that surround us. So, what at all are you teaching your youth, the youth coming from your church? And one thing is that pastors' wives are going through a lot. Just that they cannot talk because of the image their husbands, carries.
Yeah, that is why you bring it. Your sister was not talking. She brought it to Confessions, and we are making a good conversation out of it. So if you cannot talk to other people, Confessions is here all the time. Bring it to us. We'll take it.
Yes. So I think we.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Please pass the microphone on. Sorry, to the gentleman behind you.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Nancy. So I'm happy for this episode, and I just pray that the husband, who is also a pastor, will listen. But moving forward, I want the lady to reach out to the pastor's superior so that she can discuss it thoroughly with the person, because it's bothering her. Because if your sex life is not active in marriage, Charlie, I don't know.
Yeah. That's a good one. I think that we're wrapping up with the two gentlemen. So to Doc first, and then Offer.
Okay.
Your last words concerning the conversation.
Okay. So I would like to say that issues like this have detrimental effects on the person involved. So many issues can come out of it. It is always important to seek help and then seek the appropriate help. So she should try and reach out for the appropriate help.
That's a good one. Offer.
Miss Nancy, what I'll say to the wife is that is what you have married. But get closer and get understanding, deeper understanding as to the rationale that is making the man do that. And fight no, and mono, and kono, ne dia no, what so do you different. But you are just at opposite side. So let's see how the two of you can become common. You should work on it and then take it.
It can be resolved.
Yes.
This is not a major issue. This is not something you leave your marriage, your vows, your family out just because of this. But I'll tell you, dear man, and I'll tell you, dear woman, when you go into the bedroom with your beloved, make sure that they are in their elements of joy, they are in their elements of peace, they are in their elements of sexuality. They feel carnal enough, they are vulnerable enough, and they want to share every joy with you. Listen, if you are getting a great time and your woman is not getting a great time, you are not doing the work. Exactly. Woman, if you're having an awesome time and your man is not reaching there, you are equally not doing it. The great sex is the one that you give. The great sex is the one that is received, and both of you enjoy together. Tonight, I wish you great joy. Endeavor to love on your partner, allow them to love you back, and enjoy this Easter break. Love you. Bye.